Dallas-Fort Worth is home to world-class sports, arts, and cultural events. But for many kids, those experiences, they simply feel out of reach. And that's why Texas TicKids is dedicated to opening those doors and filling those seats with kids across North Texas who may be underserved. And Chris Fanning is the founder and president, and she's here to tell us so much more. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
So glad to have you here. So for the viewers who are just learning a little bit about Texas TicKids, tell me a little bit about why you got started and the mission behind it.
Yeah, well, you know, DFW really is a city of two realities. As you said, we're the nation's leader now in live events, yet 1 in 3 of our kids are living below poverty.
Wow.
And they never have access to these events. So that's what we're doing, is we're tackling that gap. Because for underserved youth, these experiences are so much more than entertainment. They're really pathways to opportunities.
Yes, indeed. Representation, it matters. So tell me, how exactly does the program work? Do we sign up? How do we go about it?
So how it works is we're sourcing ticket donations directly from the venues, organizations, and businesses.
Yeah.
And then we share the tickets by working in collaboration with all the existing nonprofits in Dallas-Fort Worth that already know and serve the youth in need. And that way the youth attend these events with important adults in their life. It's a shared experience.
Oh, I love that. Okay, because there's one thing when you get an experience, but you experience it by yourself. It's a whole nother thing to be able to do it with someone that you love. So bringing your parent or a friend is so exciting. Now, you did just touch on it. I want to go back to it a little bit because you said this is not just a night of fun. It is so much deeper. It is about representation. It's about showing what's possible, what's out there. And so is that how you guys go about picking the events that you guys do attend or the ticket donations that you accept?
Well, I really believe any new experience, that broadens minds, right?
Yeah.
So whether it's sports, when you walk into those stadiums, they understand their community. And then the arts does so much for academic rates, you know, empathy, and well, I think it touches your soul.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and we are an arts community at our core, right? And so let me ask you this. I would love, because you're explaining it to us and we're seeing the pictures, but I would love if you could give us a bit of a success story that you've seen since starting this program.
Oh, I have so many stories, but I will tell you one. A 14-year-old boy that was living in transitional housing. He'd been in and out of CPS most of his life. Those kind of kids are already full of insecurities. He was going to a brand new high school where he didn't know anybody, and he signed up to play football for the very first time in his life.
Wow.
His caseworker claimed 2 tickets from us to a preseason NFL game, and she took him to the game. She said before they ever got to the car that day, he turned to her and said, "I can't wait for my first football practice. I know I can do this."
Wow.
So transformation right there.
I mean, the connection is literally, like you said, it's right there from him signing up for the first time to this person now stepping in and saying, okay, let's make this a reality. Let's bring him to a game and show him with enough hard work, and you live in Texas, so we are a football state, this can be possible. So how do you hope Texas TicKids changes the lives of North Texas kids, but also beyond? Do you hope to grow this? Where do you see it in the future?
Yeah, in our first 18 months, we've already served about 2,000 youth and families. Okay, it's been everything from Beyonce to the Stars to community theater.
Wow. Shout out to the kid who got to go see Beyonce.
I know. But most of these kids that we serve rarely leave a 2-block radius. So then they're walking into stadiums and theaters for the first time. And it creates such a sense of confidence and belonging. So what we just want to do is multiply that opportunity and that impact to improve their future all across North Texas.
You know, my dad used to say, he was in the military, and he used to say, you just have to get out of your cul-de-sac, your part of the world, because there's so much more out there to, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, right? There's so many more opportunities. All you have to do is just get it out of that 2-block radius. And so I'm so glad that you said that. Tell me, and that you're contributing to our community in this way. Tell me, how can parents get involved if they want to sign up, even if children are watching, okay, and they're thinking, okay, I want this for myself. How do I get involved?
Okay, so Erin, we don't give directly to individuals. We do work in collaboration with the nonprofits that really know who the youth in need are. So they could bring it up to their nonprofits or any nonprofits that don't know we exist yet,
Okay,
right? They
very
can
good.
sign up for us.
Okay,
so
so
that's how it works.
How can we help you keep the mission going behind the scenes? Is there anything you need from us, the community?
Absolutely. We want to get the word out because we are a young organization, and then we need support in building our staff, building our technology, and bringing on new partnerships.
Very good. Well, Chris, thank you so much for being here this morning. And like I said, everything that you're doing in our community, we are such an arts and, like you said, live entertainment city at our core. So you really have leaned into this niche and you're doing wonderful things. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.